Previously on All My Children.
Your employee, Ryan Lavery, bilked me out of $1,000.
What? He cares about you. And, Scott, no matter what line she feeds you, Kelsey loves you.
My niece is not keeping that weapon in this house.
Phoebe, I don't want it.
Look, you need it for protection.
Why are you so surprised? You expected me, didn't you? I mean, you imagined me here.
You're in my imagination.
Hello? I just threatened to bust you on fraud and larceny. At least had the decency to look guilty. Oh, the prospect of prison amuses you.
Okay, well, how's this? Better?
Patronize me at your own peril, Mr. Lavery.
It's not me. It really is. It's my manner.
Excuse me?
People think I'm mocking them, but I'm really not. It gets me into all sorts of trouble.
Really? Well, that kickback scheme has actually got you more trouble than you ever bargained for.
Hey, it's cool. I know how stressed you are. I heard yesterday your divorce clothes.
Are you for real?
You need to be good to yourself. Why don't you take some time to regroup, do the spa thing?
Oh, really? Yeah, go do the spa thing.
Yeah.
So you could peck away at my advertisers. By the way, how does it feel to be working with Erica Kane?
Did she tell you she had me stripped?
What?
I went to schmooze her for revenues. She had me peeled down to my shorts. I guess she pegged me for some runway jockey or something. I don't know. I tell her I'm there to move airtime. You should have seen how embarrassed she was. She okayed my specs for the spot and handed me 500 clams, not to spread it around.
So Erica Kane paid you hush money?
Whatever.
Oh. Hold that thought. Finelli's Pizza, sub-company. Do they take you for a pizza jockey? How about Power Video, Sunray Tanning, Health Crest Vitamins? What do those advertisers take you for? Or, more to the point, what did you take them for? No, don't tell me, because I have the figures. See, I guess you've amassed a healthy nest egg, tax-free. I assume you'll be filing the short form this year. You know, the one that doesn't have that little spot for illegal kickbacks?
Come on. As long as I'm showing you results, what difference does it make?
What difference does it make? The difference is that you work for me. It is my butt on the line. Did you ever hear about those payola scandals in the 50s?
Sorry, not my era.
Oh, well then let me get you up to speed. You see, the music industry was rocked when DJs took incentives to give preferred records airtime. Stations went under. Careers were blown. Are you getting the connection here, Ryan? I don't want the freaking FCC on my back. If WRCW loses its broadcasting license because a skimmer like you decided to go into business for himself on the company's dime, well, I hope that you've amassed a great big fortune to pay a big fat lawyer. Otherwise, you're going to end up in prison with a 6-foot girlfriend named Bubba.
So you'd really hand me over to the cops?
Guys, oh, sorry. I need your help.
Stuart, what is it?
Could I just talk to you alone?
I'm gonna make myself scarce.
Oh, wait a second. You're not leaving this building. I will issue an APB on you, young man.
This boy is out of here.
Scott's gotten himself in real deep, and I'm not sure I can pull him out.
Is what Kevin said true?
Oh, well, Kevin says a lot of things.
He said that you love me. Is that a direct quote?
Go for it, Kels.
Well, you know, Kev, ever since he and Richard are gaga over each other, thinks the whole world should be in love.
All right, I can't do this matchmaker thing. You guys are on your own.
Look at me, Kelsey. Look at me. You didn't answer my question.
Will my answer make a difference? Or are you gonna still marry Jillian no matter what?
Laura, super. You got my message.
You are a sneak. You didn't tell me that you had written her.
I wanted it to be a secret. Can't very well have a wedding without a maid of honor. Did Brooke tell you that Edmund's going to be my best man?
No. No, that's great.
Laura, dear, nobody looks better in a tuxedo than Edmund. Well, I think we're getting a little ahead of ourselves here. Jim and I haven't even set a date.
And weren't you going to fix that while I was in New York?
Yes, I was. It was just so hectic. I didn't even get a chance to look at a calendar. So, when did you get back?
Just now. I cabbed it straight from the airport. Didn't even stop to drop off my stuff. Laura, you look terrific. Boston's good?
Yeah, Boston's great.
I can't tell you how much I appreciate you tearing yourself away. It means so much to your mother and to me that you're here. And I think that Phoebe will back me up on this. Your mother has been nothing but a bundle of pre-wedding nerves.
Who can blame her? I mean, you know, Brooke's just really excited about the wedding, and she wants everything to be perfect.
So, what were you ladies doing with your heads together when I came in? Solving world hunger? Patching up the ozone layer? You look pretty intense. Is there a problem that I can help you with?
The problem, Jim Thomason, is you.
I conjure up a vision of my dear departed wife, and she's filing her nails.
You're the writer. I'm just your fantasy.
It beats reality any day. Say it again.
What?
Tell me I'm going to make it through this. Be with Annie and Sam again.
Oh, baby, you are going to make it through this. You're going to live to see our children grow up and their grandchildren.
Good enough. Just for the record, though, I couldn't make you up if I tried. You're too good, you're too perfect, you're too beautiful.
You know, flattery will get you anything you want.
I just want out of here. I want you to be real.
I am real. I'm as real as your courage. I'm just here to remind you that you've got so much to live for, Edmund.
I always said I could do anything as long as you love me.
I do love you. And I love you so much. I always will love you.
Do you really think I can make it?
I know you can.
All My Children, brought to you by Huggies Diapers. If it makes babies happy, Huggies has it.
I think what my Aunt Phoebe is trying to say
I can
speak for myself, dear. You interrupted a very serious discussion about the wedding plans.
Oh. I'm sorry. It's one of those keep the information away from the groom things. I get it.
Like wedding dresses?
Flowers. A photographer. We haven't even talked about a photographer. You know, what about that guy? The guy that you just did a photo shoot with in New York?
Oh,
What about
Jerome? Oh, he's kind of a throwback to the Warhol era, which is it's cool if you like numbered lithos, but it's not good for wedding photos. Have you given any thought to having the wedding and the reception here?
No, actually I hadn't. You know, but now that you mention it, I think it's a great idea.
Yeah,
Great.
yeah. You know, we could put the minister right over here, and that way you could make a grand entrance down the staircase.
Oh, just the thought of it makes me shiver.
Well, what about music? I mean, have you guys thought, do you want a live band or a DJ?
Well, Brooke and I actually talked about this a little bit. What are your thoughts?
Depends on what kind of sound you're going for.
Well, I like the old standards. Ella, Tony Bennett, The Velvet Fog. Hey, bride, come here a minute. I need some input.
Uh-huh.
When we tell them to play our song, what song will they play?
I missed us. Do it again.
Edmund, you're wasting precious time.
Being with you is what makes it precious.
Even if I'm only a figment of your imagination?
A bit of undigested gruel. A fragment of underdone potato. There's more of gravy than the grave in you.
You read A Christmas Carol to Sam and Maddie over the holidays.
How did you know?
It was there. Now, you've got a rescue mission to perform, okay? Because the life that you save is going to be your own.
I can't think of anything but you.
Well, you can think about me to your heart's content once you are safely out of here, okay? On Easter, when you're down on the lower lawn hiding eggs for the children, I will be there. And I will be there on Father's Day when Sam gives you his little clay handprint. On 4th of July, with the popcorn and hot dogs and fireworks, I will be there too. But Edmund, all you have to do is just close your eyes and think of me, and I will always be there. And the one place that I will not be is at your funeral. It almost did me in the first time. Remember? When we thought that you died in that car bomb explosion, and then suddenly at the memorial service, you just showed up as big as life.
Really? Never.
Well, I was never so happy to see you.
I made poor Phoebe faint.
Yeah, you have that effect on women. You also have more lives than a litter of kittens.
So what you're saying is if I escaped the car bomb, it's just a day at the beach. Pardon the expression?
Tide is coming in. You've got to work fast, Edmund. You've got to just forget about me.
Impossible.
Forget about me for now, Edmund, okay? You've got to figure out a way to break these chains.
How about I get an added assist from you?
How's that for inspiration?
I'd feel better if I knew that there was more where that came from.
Okay, well, you can imagine me at home at any time that you want to, okay? But you have to get busy right now. Sam and Maddie need their dad. Brooke needs your help. Be their hero, Edmund. You're already mine.
Oh, I know, honey. I know you have to go. I miss you, too. Yes, sweetheart, we will speak very soon. I love you, Bianca. I love you, baby. Okay, bye. Mr. Lavery, what can I do for you?
Bianca's a cool name for a fragrance.
I'm so glad you approve.
I'd like to sit down with your marketing people when you're ready to launch. Brainstorm the campaign.
Oh, your ambitions are, beyond selling airtime.
I like to set high goals for myself.
But just be careful that your, reach doesn't exceed your grasp.
Miss Kane, Erica, I took a chance coming here today.
Well, success is all about taking calculated risks.
On the way over, I was thinking. Enchantment is staffed with a media-savvy marketing team. Their campaigns are profiled in the Wall Street Herald. They sweep the award scene year after year. If it ain't broke, why fix it?
Why, indeed.
Enchantment's like you. It doesn't need to sell itself with mindless eye candy. You don't go to the public comes to you because Erica Kane implies a certain cachet. Sophisticated yet accessible. I could get a photographer up here right now. No fancy lighting or any of that stuff. Just you and the camera. Simple, understated. Erica Kane sending a powerful message. I'm good enough. The implication being that you, ergo the consumer, deserves and demands the best, i.e., Enchantment Cosmetics.
Sell a little self-esteem with every tube of lipstick.
There you go.
Have you run this by your boss?
Well, you see, there's the fly in the ointment.
No. Liza Colby, please. She gives all the other insects a bad name.
She's making my life impossible at the
Well,
station.
of course she is. She's threatened by you.
You noticed.
Well, of course. I mean, you're young, you're bright, you're full of fresh ideas, you're articulate. I mean, you're everything that Liza Colby isn't. As a matter of fact, I think it's just a matter of time, a very short time, before all the executive brass there, the network brass, starts grooming you for a top management position.
Not if Liza puts up a career block.
Is there any way that I can help?
I appreciate the offer, but I can handle it.
Well, don't sell your future short for foolish pride.
I don't want to take advantage of our relationship, but maybe if you did talk to Liza, tell her how impressed you are with my work, convince her that I'm Enchantment's ticket to the top. That would really score me some major bonus points.
You know something, Mr. Lavery? I already have spoken to Liza about you just this morning. At first, she tried to tune me out, but then I held my ground. You know what I told her, Mr. Lavery? I told her that it is my firm belief that you have such disgusting business ethics and such a flagrant disregard for the law that should get you 5 to 10 in the state penitentiary. I ratted you out, Mr. Lavery. Thanks to me, you're dog meat. Now, you get out of here before I have you thrown out.
You did what you had to, and I respect that. But it's really not too late for us to come to an understanding.
I'm sorry, packaged hot cocoa is the best I could do, Stuart.
Thanks. Oh.
Is it bad?
No, it just tastes a little bit like hot water with some nice brown tempera paint stirred in.
Oh, sorry. And I'm sorry if you were embarrassed at the circus of the courtroom the other day.
Is Marion all right?
I don't know how you can ask that after everything she's put you through.
Oh, it wasn't all that bad.
So, you want to tell me what's got you so worked up?
Well, I had a long talk with Scott, and it doesn't seem to be doing any good.
He's determined to marry Jillian.
Yeah, I told him he's making a big mistake. To marry someone, you should be in love with them.
Well, I wasn't in love with Adam. I guess I made your case, didn't I?
Now I've made you sad, haven't I?
No, not you,
So
Stuart.
I shouldn't be bothering you with this stuff.
No, stuff. This is the stuff that families are made of, Stuart. And no matter if I'm divorced, I still think of you and Scott as a part of my family.
Oh. Well, it's still calling it quits with Adam stings, doesn't it?
Yeah, it stings. But I'll get over it. And Scott needs our help right now. We gotta stop Jillian before she stages her coup, right?
You don't think Jillian loves him?
Like a lion loves his lunch.
Yeah. Yeah, me too. She says that she loves him, but it all doesn't sound real. It sounds sort of rehearsed, like a part in a play. I want to believe her, for Scott's sake, but you're such a good judge of character.
Oh, in the last year, I don't know.
What do you really think about Jillian? I mean, really, truly. Do you think this is just an act so she can stay in the country?
The princess? I'd bet her 10-plated title on it.
Scott, darling, I've been searching for you everywhere.
Look, Kelsey and I are in the middle of something, okay?
Well, hey, don't let me disturb you.
Why don't you grab a table and order?
Is this something gonna keep you busy long?
As long as it takes, okay?
Lucky I brought something to read.
Yeah, well, we'll watch for your lips to move. It doesn't matter what I feel, does it? I guess the answer is no.
I have to marry Jillian. Okay, I have to go through with this and make it look legit.
Well, that'll be a neat trick, if you can pull it off.
Kelsey, lay off the guilt trip. If you hadn't dropped a dime on Jillian, we wouldn't be having this conversation.
What would we be doing? I got my answer.
My turn. Was Kevin on the level? Do you love me?
Well, you know, Kevin's the kind of guy who sort of sees that the glass is half full. We see each other as friends. He sees us as star-crossed lovers.
So your answer is no?
If I loved you, I wouldn't have ruined your life. And if I really, truly loved you, you'd know it. You wouldn't have to ask.
Hey, when you two are finished, I have something I want to ask you, Kelsey.
What, my blood? You want my blood? I gave it the office.
Oh, no, not blood exactly, but it might require some sacrifice on your part. I want you to be my maid of honor.
Mr. Lavery, I built this company from nothing. I did not sleep my way to the top of the corporate ladder. Nor did I earn my rank in the Fortune 500 by batting my big brown eyes. I invested my brains, my grit, my determination, my heart and soul in this, and I made my dreams a reality. And you know what the payoff is? Enchantment is one of the top 5 producers of quality cosmetics worldwide. Top 5 in the world, Mr. Lavery. Do you understand what I'm saying? Who are you? You are nothing but a shill for a small-town TV station. You want to reinvent me and your image? You kidding? I will hire the best ad agency out of L.A., out of New York. They make you look like a kid with a doodle pad.
Whoa, you made your point.
Only, did you hear it?
I messed with the wrong boss lady.
That is only part of it.
Come on. You didn't bend any rules en route to the top? Cut a few corners? Maybe a few throats? What about the corporate suits who cover their big, fat assets with dummy corporations or funnel the gelt into the Grand Cayman First National? It's the world we live in.
No, it is not the world I live in. I reserve the right not to do business with con men and cheats, con people. I still suspect that Liza Colby, your boss, put you up to this.
No way. She plays it totally straight. She had no idea what I was doing until you busted me.
Well, then you just consider this my good deed for the day. Close the door on your way out.
Erica, Miss Kane, we're not so different. There's got to be some way we can turn this thing around to our mutual advantage. Is there something I have that you want? You scratch my back, I'll scratch yours.
We don't have a song. I don't think we've ever danced together.
Well, we'll just have to fix that now, won't we?
I feel very silly. No, really, you know what? I want our first real dance together to be on our wedding day. When we're husband and wife.
I don't think that that's silly at all. I think it's quite sweet. I mean, life gets awfully boring You don't have something to look forward to? Hmm?
I can't imagine life with you ever being boring. But you know what? I'm going to hustle you right out of here because you're going to have to find some other means of entertaining yourself.
Oh.
Because the women in this house are going to talk about a wedding.
All right, you're the boss. But listen, before I leave, have you heard from Edmund? I really need to talk to him about his best man duties.
He called me. He's still on assignment from Tempo.
Oh. Oh, well, at least he's okay.
I never doubted it for a minute.
Laura, Phoebe, see you girls later. And maybe we can grab some time alone.
Call me.
I love you.
Man, I thought he would never leave.
Oh, how I would love to run him over with this wheelchair. Honey, listen to me. It's clear that you know something about Jim Thomason that we don't. And a man's life is hanging in the balance here. You have to tell us what it is.
All my children will be back in a moment here on ABC.
Teo is still in a coma, and the prognosis isn't good. And thanks to Jim, Haley is trapped in limbo. She's not a widow, she's not a wife. And the body count keeps rising. And we have to make it stop. And you can help us do that, honey. You can, all right? I want you to tell me everything about Jim, dating back from New York. I know that you lived in the same welfare hotel, but you said that you never really got a chance to know him. Is that true, Laura? Honey, you're not honor-bound to keep that monster's secrets.
Excuse me, ladies, but I'm going out to the kitchen and start getting the tea things ready. You go ahead and talk.
Listen, Mom, you've got to believe me. I never wanted anybody to get hurt.
I don't want you to take any blame for this, all right? Jim fooled us all.
I know, but I just still don't see how stuff that happened such a long time ago can help anybody now.
Laura, at this point, we can't afford to overlook anything that might help us find Edmund. Please, please talk to me. Time is running out. I want you to tell me about New York. Tell me about New York. Don't leave anything out.
I'll tell you. I will. I still don't see how it's going to help Edmund.
I did some digging. And I didn't have to dig very far. It seems Jillian's father did a Monte Carlo roulette. Lost their entire fortune except for the royal seal. It seems the airhead apparent is living off credit and Edmund's largesse. The princess, like the emperor, has no clothes, no jewels, and no Swiss bank account.
You mean the paste that I stepped on and the sparklers in the vault? It's a big, she's just a big fibber. I gotta warn Scott.
Oh, no, Stuart, no. We have to be really cautious. You know, Jillian is in this for the money. She wants everything that money can buy. She's going to marry Scott. She's going to ask for a divorce. And then she's going to take him to the cleaners for every dime he's got.
Well, I can't think of any other way. I can't just let this happen.
I know, Stuart. You've already tried reverse psychology, and that didn't work, right?
I did?
Yeah. Remember, you were all gung-ho about the marriage, hoping that Scott would see the light and he would do what was right. Well, now it's time to take a stand and forbid him to marry Jillian.
No. No, he'd run right out and marry her anyway, just to prove that he doesn't take orders from his dad. What we have to do is let him see Jillian's true colors.
Oh, you know, a girl like Jillian, he makes guys colorblind. I mean, Scott thinks he's Superman right now. He's invincible. I mean, most guys his age think that they could take anything that life throws at them.
Well, I don't know what else to do. I can't just let it happen.
Well, don't say die, Stuart. I have Plan B.
What? You thought of a way out?
Yeah. And it was right under my nose the entire time.
No, wait, why in the world would you want me to stand up for you at your farce of a wedding?
Because without you, there wouldn't be a wedding, Cherie.
How do you figure that?
Well, if Kelsey hadn't put immigration on me, then you wouldn't have proposed. So thanks to Kelsey, I'm marrying the man of my dreams, and I'm living in the land of the free, and Pine Valley will be my home forever. So what do you say, Cherie? I'm willing to let bygones be bygones. How about you?
Well, as far as I'm concerned, Jillian, you and Scott are made for each other. I'm happy to be your maid of honor.
So how do we stop Scott from marrying Jillian?
Well, I think this is still in the embryonic stage, but I will give you a call.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
Thanks.
What for?
Oh, for understanding. When Cindy died, she left me all the love she had. And I've tried to give it to Scott, and I just don't want to see him hurt.
If Plan B works, Scott will be off the merry-go-round and he'll be a free man, Stuart.
You're really a swell girl.
No, Stuart.
So you won't forget to call me.
Oh, I won't.
Okay. Thanks.
Iris, get me Ryan Lavery. What do you mean he's left the building?
I have to hand it to you for brass-plated nerve. Trying to coerce my cooperation with sexual favors, that is even tackier than holding me up for cash.
I could always claim you came on to me. It'd be my word against yours.
Oh, no, Mr. Lavery. My word counts for something. And when you are brought up on charges and I take the witness stand in court, I will convict you faster than you can say guilty. No, you are better off trying to use your boyish good looks to trade on to get some special privileges in the state penitentiary. And you sold yourself out for a lousy $1,000. Was it worth it, Mr. Lavery? Now you get out, you make my skin crawl.
Thanks for nothing.
Oh, anytime.
We'll have lunch this week and discuss the dress.
I'm sure anything that you pick out will be fine.
How trusting of you.
Well, I could hop down the aisle in a gunny sack and no one would notice because they're all looking at the bride.
True. But we can do better than a gunny sack. Scott, look, I know you own a tuxedo, but I want you to just have a look at some other styles.
Okay, what's the deal?
What do you mean deal?
You go to Jillian's wedding as a maid of honor?
She asked. I accepted.
Hold on. What game are you playing here? I mean, what's Jillian to expect at her wedding? An exploding bouquet of flowers? Releasing skunks instead of doves? What gives?
No matter what I do, Jillian is going home as Mrs. Scott Chandler. I'm going home alone. That's the way it is.
So this is just you giving up?
Scott's going to marry the royal hoochie no matter what. The bride wore white, and Kelsey Jefferson, who immediately joined a convent after the ceremony, wore basic black.
Iris said you wanted to see me.
Where the hell have you been?
Scouting for anyone who'll come to my defense.
Oh, no volunteers, I take it.
I'll make it happen. Look, Liza, can we make a deal here? Please, everything's negotiable, right? Deduct whatever you want from my take-home and pay Erica back. Come on, it's not like I'm biting the hand that feeds me. Your revenues are right exactly where I said they'd be. Involve the cops, I'm out of here. It's your loss.
Well, that's an interesting spin, even for you. Bottom line, I don't like users. See, for me, and people like me who have made it this far on their own merit, you are one step lower than pond scum. So if you'd like to rise a few notches on the evolutionary scale and not go to prison?
Yeah, whatever it takes.
No, wait. Don't commit until you hear the options. There are none. If you don't do as I say, you don't pass go, you go right to jail. And if you do as I say, it's a variation on the old ball and chain. You get married.
Married?
You have a choice. You go to jail, or you say, I do.
Mom was so sick. And I had to have money to take care of her, and I had nobody to turn to for help. I mean, I was completely bottomed out. I was totally desperate. I got an offer to do some modeling, and I figured something extra might be required, but all I could think about was helping my mother, so I said okay. And when I showed up at the studio, there was a guy there already, Ricky. He was half-dressed, was doing coke to get in the mood, I guess. And I was totally freaked out. The photographer, he tried to get me to relax, you know. He offered me some wine, a joint, which I didn't take. And finally, he said if I didn't need the money that bad, he would just get somebody else. So I had to just do it.
Wait a minute now. You said that it was Ricky calling the shots here, right? So, how does Jim come into this story?
Mom, I lied when I told you Ricky took those photos. The man behind the camera was Jim.
Stay tuned for scenes from the next All My Children.
Tomorrow on All My Children.
Will you marry me?
When you two go back to the convent, can I go too? I want to be a nun.
My mother.
I killed her.
The Oprah Winfrey Show is looking for people who'd like to attend the show tomorrow. Call 591-9111 to reserve your seat in tomorrow's Oprah Winfrey audience. Call 591-9111.